Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. We're gonna review 0-day options today and the small account challenge. 0-day on SPY. Here's the 1-minute chart. There's Eric's 30-minute chart. You can find his Discord in the description. SPY day trading on YouTube. So kind of in the middle of this larger wedge. We're deep in the bottom of the Bailey Bollinger. Bounce out of there yesterday with that crazy move. 200-day still here. Bull flags. Today we opened, filled, I think there was a little gap, filled to the downside, rallied above 5-day, held it, and then sold off end of day. Very end of day. But didn't fully complete the inverse cup. Maybe found support on this orange buying. So pretty much directly in between. 5-day still below the 20, and yeah, we're still kind of trending down with those. So you can watch Eric's videos for the macro. Yeah, so today, yeah, not a great day. Yesterday, had that lucky trade. Well, sort of, it was an error that ended up being fortunate. Today just kind of went the other way. I got unlucky. I showed up late. I didn't show up until almost cup close, I'm gonna say. Yeah, it was like here, about cup close, but I didn't feel like I really missed any trades before then. That was nice. Like, maybe I did, but not really. I probably wouldn't have. I don't know if I would have taken these. Maybe this one. Maybe. But yeah, I got gray here for supports to resistance for the bearish controlled buying. But it's kind of steep, so maybe it's just a bullish algo. And then this purple to me looks like a bullish controlled selling. And here's my aggressive selling, my aggressive buying with gold and red. And then this one, which I didn't chart till later, buying up in this channel right here. So the price action today was very inside candles this morning and just ugly kind of grind. I mean, it's nice if you're in it. It's nice. It's just wiki inside candles. This whole move, this right here, is first like hour or so was just, if normal candles look like was it Helsinki? Not Helsinki. Helsinki candles, whatever it is. It's just not great. Future spreads, whatever. But holding calls for this is, I don't know, maybe it's fine. I don't like candles like this that much. So purple here, I kind of adjusted a couple times. This is what I ended up with. It was a little bit different than here, but at this degree, you can see it breaking here and retesting there. Cup closed here, so potentially could have gone long here, but yeah, I started paying attention about here, and really the only other option was right here. 5-day was up here actually, so it broke 5-day, came down, retested it, and retested this red. It's just such a short little retrace. I put purple in there for the liquidity being built, but I didn't take this. I don't think I had red at that point. No, I didn't. It wasn't as clear as this because it's been clear stop with the red, and then or 5-day, but it was just too small of a move, so I didn't grab any of that grind up. Seeing it now. Where could I have taken it? Definitely on the break of this purple, for a move up to this one and past that to high of day. If I had purple at that point, potentially this one right here. Yeah, this one would have been fine. After that, there's just not really a great entry. Like this one's pretty tight, and this one, if it's on the body, yeah. So, anyways, first trade for me. Oh yeah, it's backwards. I don't know. 11.19. I got. Oh yes. It's gonna be a little confusing because I did delete some of the lines just so I could see what was going on later in the day, but I'll try and recreate it. 11.19. I got a call. 683 call for 79 cents, and then another one 11.19. So I was waiting for purple to build liquidity for it to kind of keep rallying up. Okay, yeah, you can see it right here. Yep. So if purple, I put it here. See how this price action just kind of like a roller coaster. It's like not really clear liquidity, like some here, but a lot of dojis and then just inside candles and just ugly. So yeah, if you put purple here, you can see what I was seeing. Waiting for purple to break for inverse head and shoulder, even though this wasn't much liquidity, but still could have been. Broke here. I got it on this candle. I got a call, and then I got another one. I was limit ordering these. Got two right there for a move up. Initially I was using white for my buying, I think, and then no, I wasn't using white. I was using this red one, this other one, yeah. I was using this, and I'm like, well, theoretically, it could come down further, maybe to this white. So I held it through here, it broke the red, and you know, it's retesting this purple. That's what it looks like to me, even though it's ugly because it's big wicks below it. It's sketchy to hold, but I keep holding it, and it kind of keeps grinding down. I don't even know if I actually had this white at that point. No, I didn't have this white then. Nope. So then at this point, I'm like, all right, well, it's still retesting purple, so I'm still bullish on it, even though it's going the wrong direction. Final stop will be breaking purple, of course, or breaking this white. So I actually bought another one, and I kept averaging into it. This one's 78 cents. They're all about the same price because I got them pretty close together. This one's the next minute, it's 11:20. Yeah, I thought it was a couple retests and then rip. And then it does all this, and this was pretty painful. IV was much lower. That's why I was kind of averaging into this one too. We were in the 20s, like high 20%. These contracts were 79 cents, 78 cents. So I had 3 at that point, and then it broke. It broke this white, broke into this purple, and so I closed it, I think, right here? Yeah, I closed it on this candle. Right, this one opened. So, nasty first loss, because I had 3 contracts. It's a big drawdown on that one. Next one was... Yeah, I didn't look at my P&L, but that might have been like my first... daily max loss. 11:42, I got a call. So I think I drew that white then. Ooh, I drew this green. Did I? Yeah, I drew the green also. So I thought there's a less aggressive or a flatter, less degree bullish controlled selling based on this resistance potentially, but this is the first time it showed up for me. I kind of tested it on a couple other spots, and it looked like, yeah, maybe it was like maybe here you could see the resistance, the support there too, maybe, and then here you can see it hitting resistance here, flipping into support. I think this is closer to what Eric had on his 1 minute also. I didn't notice it till up here, and then even here I wasn't too sure on it, but I thought it probably is. And then I think I had this white too, so I could kind of see this wedge forming. So it broke the green, so I'm looking for a move to top of white. Did I really get one right here? Let me see here. It did, yeah. 11:42, I got a call for 62 cents. I got it real early on this candle. It actually, yeah. I got greedy on this one. 681.26, 81.76. Yeah, it's half a point. I was greedy on it though. I really was. I wanted to get more, probably because of this whole ordeal I held through, and I wanted the top of the white. Had a nice little move up. I should have just sold the top of this candle. Reached high a day. It was a tight move, and I was greedy on it. I wanted to get more. I wasn't sure where to sell it. Like I knew I wanted to sell up there, and I'm like, well, if it comes down, it'll retest, and I'll get more. But normally I'm, you know, kind of quicker on my exits if I get a nice candle in my favor. So yeah, yep, got greedy on that one. Bought another one so that first one I bought for 62 cents. Next one I bought for 72. 11:44. This was a limit order, so I put a limit in. Build it right here. So then I'm thinking red, maybe for my stop. Potentially green. And what are we doing? Got another one for 63 cents. At 11:47, this candle. This was a very scary candle. Got filled down here. It wicked. I'm like, I did actually have white at that point. And so then I was kind of like, all right, well, I guess white will be my stop. Very well could be. So it bounces up. This was pretty miserable to hold through. I wasn't looking at the P&L, so it wasn't that bad, but I knew it wasn't good. I actually sold one right here to reduce my risk. What did I sell that for? Sold one at 11.50 for, let's see, 76 cents. That was a slightly green sell. To me, it's still kind of finding support on green, and I'm gonna say, all right, I'll wait for white to break. Potentially building liquidity on this purple as well. But you can see that didn't really hold out. Sold that first one and then sold the next two for 46 cents. So nasty loss on that one too. 46 cents at 12.03. Oh yeah, right here on this candle. It broke and I sold that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, it doesn't have to keep selling this white. It can come down further. It isn't a wedge after all. I broke the wedge to this side, so that's where I would have gotten puts. But of course, I didn't because I was already stuck in that trade. But this is a zombie or retracement trade anyways, so not a huge deal. Yeah, then I think I stepped away for a bit. Let's see, sold 12.03. Yeah. 1:12, so an hour later, I was back in with a call for 66 cents. Oh, is this the one? Yeah. So inverse head and shoulder here. Came down, bounced back on green, if I'm still trusting it. Came up, completed the cup. Nice cup completion. I wasn't looking at any of this stuff during the chart. I was away. And I literally came back like right here. I put in this gray for the volume, like I was buying up in this channel. It's made the cup and the handle. It's broken the green. And so then I'm seeing it starting to come down for retest. I'm like, all right, perfect. So it comes down. I think I get it filled right there. Where do I get filled on this thing? 112. Yep, 112. I got one call for 66 cents. So right here. It was like right here on the candle. Gonna use gray for my stop, of course. I could have used green, kind of like I did back here. I just kept melting through. I probably didn't because I was how red I was at that point, and my accuracy was so low. I don't know, maybe because we're on the 30-minute, I'm not sure. But this candle closed below gray. This next candle was red down here, and I closed it. I closed the call. This one actually properly bounced and wicked on green, and then ripped. This contract went 100% actually. So would have been nice. It was over a point. Would have been nice. I only had one of them. I mean, maybe I would have gotten more. I don't know, but it was good that I stepped away and just let it do all this stuff, because I very well could have jumped in here, and then that would have been kind of messy. Unless I had this drone already, then that would have been fine. But it was cool to come back to the computer and see the price action, do some charting, and be able to just jump into a trade within a few minutes because I see what's going on. And I was right. I mean, should have held for the bounce on green a little bit, at least like 1 minute, like just see what this candle does. It was just pretty violent, that red candle, and then into this one was quite red, and then I sold it like nasty fill, and then it ended with a doji. And so anyways, yeah, it did feel good though to come back and be able to like chart and then jump in, and same thing with this morning. A little different because there wasn't a whole lot going on, but when I come in at like 10:30 and I'm like, okay, this happened, okay, and then I set the parameters for what I'm waiting for this I'll do this, for that I'll do that. So yeah, it did feel good, even though this did stop me out, which was really annoying because I would have helped out the P&L a lot today. Let's see, that was it. 112, bought it for 66 cents, sold it for 57. That thing went to like $1.30. Ouch. Next one was at 219, another out later. I'm in a put 219. So Okay, so it came down here, big drop down quickly. This white I have charted from here. It shows like it's bouncing here, so I'm still bullish overall. I mean, the moves to the upside, we're creating a bull flag until it completes an inverse cup. Sure, it can come down further into the wedge, but it bounces here. So I actually opened a put credit spread on the Webull account. Right about here, I got a fill. The Ivy was pumped up quite a bit too. No, not quite a bit actually. That was from that move. Ivy was pumped a little bit. Put credit spread. It was working out fine. That's one. That's a trade that you just kind of want to sit on. You're waiting for time to decay. It was a 680, I think, was my top strike. So we were out of the money. It was a 680, 679 put credit spread. So it was working in my favor. I think it was up like 50% of its value up here, 50, 60%. Sometimes I would close it. I guess I was pretty confident. I had an alert for here, so I was going to close one here. I think I had 3 of them. One here, and then one here, and I was expecting them just to be basically worthless, and I was going to close them when they're basically worthless. It comes up, and then it comes down, and I'm still kind of green on it, but this is my stop, is this gray. And even though, since it was a credit spread and it was out of the money, it was still green, even though it came all the way back down here. That's basically where I opened it. It almost closed below it, and then it bounced. I'm like, all right, cool. And it's on Webull, so execution's very slow and fills are crappy. And this candle goes woof. And I'm not like hovering my finger over the sell button, of course. I'm waiting for this thing to decay till end of day, or at least later until somewhere. And this is here, and I go to Webull and I've started to put a limit order in. Candle hasn't closed. I put a limit, it doesn't fill, and then I'm like trying to modify it. And then this candle, boom, comes all the way down here. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm chasing this thing on limit orders. I could have marketed, but again, I didn't know this was going to happen for one. Market orders, you just get awful fills, and if you're trying to do a spread on both sides, yeah. So I usually limit fill at the ask, and it just doesn't fill me. So this is, I'm sure it was news, and I didn't get filled till like down here. So on the credit spread, this was my unlucky trade right there. I got lucky yesterday, and this was very unlucky. These candles came so fast. So yeah, that sucked. And so then after that, yeah, right here, what is that? 222. Let's see, 219. 219, I bought a put because it broke my white. As you see right here, this, get rid of this line of question. Broke my white, which was the controlled buying up here, the bearish controlled buying, which is basically the outside of my wedge, which I don't think was drawn right, maybe, I'm not sure, but broke it, had a lot of velocity, of course, a ton of volume. I was trying to be patient because the steepest selling I had at that point was this orange. I was kind of waiting for it to retrace a little bit to the orange. I had a limit order, and I think it filled. Where did I get that fill? Did I say 219? So it was much earlier. Yeah, I wasn't very patient with that. It was at 219. It was on this candle. So wick, it closed, and then it wicked. And then, yeah, then it started just candles below the white, so I was pretty confident with it. Then it rips up, breaks the gold, and I'm out of it. So I got a pretty nice fill, so it wasn't too bad, but the range got crazy down there, and it I don't know why I didn't go. I don't think I must have not been charting that right. That was $1.06 to 64 cents, so that one sucked. Yeah, the thing is too, after this move, the Ivy pumped, it doubled. It was at like 25, went almost to 50 once this move right here. So you're just gonna get, even if it just chops, you're gonna get screwed on that Ivy crush. So I kind of knew that too, and so I was kind of trying to be patient with it. I'm very curious on Eric's chart now. I gotta see if he charted that. What he charted. Let's see. If he had a flatter one. Yeah, I thought about charting that too. I then was like just doing all sorts of lines to try and figure out what was going on then. I did this one too, but I didn't like it. One straight from there to there. Is that my gold? Oh, that's my white. Yes, that's not quite on. If I do it from there to there, then that's like, because I just need a little less angle, and that would have been bouncing on support, and it wouldn't have been thrown off. Yeah, just a little less angle. So here's Eric's chart. Let's see. I don't know when he put this in. Probably early, I don't know. Like you can see on the supports here, he doesn't have it pulled up on those. Like on here, it looks like it's above that. Yeah, it's above this wick and below that body. So when it's that big of a spread, it's like, it matters later in the day because that'll be a big difference. You're off by a millimeter going to the moon from Earth and you'll miss it by miles. So yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it on those supports too. Yeah, I had on these supports, they were just, mine was a little too steep. I'm not sure if he had it charted right either, honestly. Because I didn't see anywhere. Yeah, look, it clipped it there. So that's probably what it was. What? So on his, he doesn't have it extend all the way over, so this maybe doesn't even do it either. Get rid of that alert. Those are so annoying how they take up so much room. Nope, see, it broke that also. Let's see. Yeah, see, I thought this connected here, but this doesn't. This is up here. It just overshot it. It had so much volume, momentum, it couldn't stop. I'm just gonna chalk it up to that. Too much volume, couldn't stop. I thought it was breaking and bouncing back up for a retrace, and it just didn't. So he got me. He got me there. Did I do another one? No, I don't think so. 30. Let's see. 322. Oh, I averaged into it. Wait, 322. I got 322. Oh, I got 2 of them here. Oh, because I put a limit order for another one. Dang. Oh, wait. 322. That's not here. I already did that trade. Where's 322? Oh, right here. Yeah. But did not break in the white. I'm like, after I got into it, I'm like, should I be trusting this thing? I think I just made a big mistake with it. So yeah, broke the white again right here. Little shoulder liquidity, made a head. I saw that it was finding resistance on the green, which is actually a bullish controlled selling, but regardless, it's coming down and we're still in a larger wedge. I'm looking for a cup to complete. And this is 5-day here. So once it grabbed this shoulder right here, it broke through this green for one. I wanted to see it break through because it looked like it was selling in that green, as well as this white. It did. I got filled on a put right here. 1522, right? Yeah, 322. And then I got another one at 322. I got 2 of them. Yeah, I got 2 on this candle. And then I held through this because I'm like, well, I need to give it a little bit of room here because 5-day moving average. I was kind of looking at the horizontal level there for that shoulder. I wanted to get rid of it if it didn't sell in this orange, but I'm like, no, I need to give it some space. So, because it immediately broke out of that, and I'm like, wait a minute, just wait, hold on. It looks like it's just retesting the top of that other shoulder, and you have 5-day there too. So I held through. It came down, broke it again. I think let's see. Okay, held through that, held through this. Yeah, and then I decided to put my line on, and I'm like, all right, I need to get rid of one of these. What better way? Of course I want lower day, but that might not happen, so I waited for it to break this gold, which I had from back here. Then I put this one in, but anyways, broke here. I closed one right there for, let's see, I was in 39 cents, 41 cents, closed that one for, I think, like break even. Yeah, 40 cents, just because the slippage was going against me when I closed it. Of course it was up like 20-30% here, and then since I was trying to wait for it to break that, that's what it did. I did have one more though, so then I did a little more charting. I'm like, all right, let's see if I can nail this a little better. So it grinded over, found resistance on what I charted. I think it was somewhere right around there. Came down, but then I'm waiting for it to break that, which it does here. So at least this trade was green, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 333 for 46 cents, just barely green because of the slippage. Yeah, right here. So would have been nicer here, but again, I hadn't put the green in yet for the support, which would have been smart because then I probably would have closed it here, or maybe held through here and closed it there. Maybe. But I really didn't have a good clear exit on here other than low of day. Rough day. It doesn't feel rough because I had a big green day yesterday. Like, oh, I'm chasing this high and I'm super overconfident. Like, It's just a red day. I mean, I don't know. I did scale in, and that's because the IV was lower, and I thought I was confident with what I was charting, but I think I was a little wrong, a little off on my charting. Yeah, when it keeps kind of, testing, I don't know. The liquidity up here wasn't great. That's something I need to probably pay closer attention to, other than just my channels breaking. There wasn't a whole lot of liquidity built up here. The structure, like, it would have been fine. Of course, this is a nice deeper structure, this inverse head and shoulder or this cup and handle. You don't always get this, but it's okay to wait. The problem today, the P&L problem was just the scaling. The sizing of the red trades was just nasty. And then this, of course, is this on a credit spread though, so you won't see that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll show you guys. It doesn't bring it over there. There it is. Yeah, pretty nasty. $1.30 down, 130 down. Yeah, didn't give back all the gains. Doesn't feel great, but it doesn't really hurt that much, honestly. Like I said, it's seems like I had the right idea. It's just when the charting is not that accurate, and combine that with scaling. Maybe because I missed the morning, but I don't really think so. I just had a hard time charting today, and I don't realize it until I'm getting all these red trades, and then I'm charting other stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like this, like this. But even so, like, this doesn't, like, I feel like half the stuff he was even right. Gotta look at Eric's charting today. But he is. Like, we both had this one. This is maybe a little different angle. I have it for there. No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, we had that one actually pretty much the same. This gold buying, yeah, that's my white. That red, I don't have that red. That magenta. I kind of see it here, but wait, oh, that's like my white. Oh, he has a gold, okay. It's hard to see because of the scale. Better. Yeah, I don't have that magenta. Or my gold is that. Yeah, my white. I have like one in between these two. Yeah, I don't have one for both. I just have one. I don't know. Did it like make sense on his charting? No, it had false breaks here. But then he noticed it was buying up in that magenta, but then look, it broke the downside of that. And then he puts this thing in, which I guess is the cup close and handle, which was clutch later maybe. I don't know. This is such a flat one though, dang. I don't know, I'll study it. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down, happy money sticks around. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.